late at night. All you want to do is sleep. But the person you have a relationship with, you care for, is up again and they're moving around. It's tricky. And so there are many dementias that actually increase someone's likelihood of not getting good quality sleep, getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down, particularly Lewy body dementia. And people with living with Parkinson's who develop dementia frequently will experience either restless leg syndrome, which is where you just cannot get your legs to quit moving and can be sort of uncomfortable to painful. People describe it, or it could simply be due to the dementia. It's really difficult for the brain to shut itself off. And when it's dark out and there's fewer cues from around, it seems like the brain wakes up and gets really curious or gets really anxious. And then the person cannot get back to sleep. It can also be that the person's bladder gets really active at night and they have to get up and go to the bathroom. They have to get up and go to the bathroom. And before too long, they could be doing this back and forth, back and forth. And it's hard to get back into a deeper state of sleep. But you do need sleep. So, what can you do? This gets pretty challenging because if we try to give medications, particularly to people with Lewy body, we can find that there can be side effects, falls, fall related injuries, more confusion during the day, difficulty, even the meds not working very well or working at all, or causing the person to get more awake rather than more asleep or more confused. So, meds may be helpful for some people. The challenge is sometimes the sleep that the person gets isn't really refreshing sleep. It's drug induced sleep, which I mean, you're getting some rest, but it may not be as helpful to the person. The evidence for using things like melatonin is hit and miss in some populations and for some individuals. It may be worth a try, but again, evidence is you want to try it at lower doses, not higher doses, because it can actually have a counteractive effect if you just keep going up on the meds. So it's something to really explore, but talk with someone about. Exposure in the morning to sunlight, getting out and getting active outside for a little bit, a half hour or so, can reset the circadian clock and help it be a little easier to sleep at night. Now, often in the later in the fall, early winter time, some people with Lewy body do experience better sleeping state, but it can also cause more hallucinations and delusional thinking sometimes in the night. So, what else can we do? Well, looking and seeing, is it a possibility that someone could be up with the individual? Is there someone who's a night owl? Is there someone that you could bring on board, hire, or see if there's a volunteer that is interested in working in the evening? Because we've got to find somebody who's a good match for being awake at night and then getting their rest during the day. And if it isn't you, it isn't you. Worst case scenario, you may be looking at how can you create a relatively safe environment? What can you do to the environment to reduce risks so you can get some sleep? Now, that may mean rearranging the environment so there aren't steps involved, so there aren't a lot of objects around involved. It may mean disabling appliances, disabling doorways so that people cannot get out without you knowing about it. That means there may be alarm systems needing to be set in place. Of course, there is always the possibility of talking to the physician about what medications you can try. You want to keep track of the reactions of the meds and what else is going on. You want to ask about side effects, possibly negative side effects, or possible other things you should know about those interactions with that med, with other meds. And you may also want to look at, are we practicing decent sleep hygiene? Are we doing things that are going to be beneficial to going to sleep? Are we cutting off sort of access to some of the TV stuff or maybe the internet things, maybe the email, maybe conversations that could be ones that might cause a person to want to wake back up? Could we look at our own sleep patterns? Are we getting the room cooler and then having the bed warmer? Are we doing things like reducing the amount of light that's coming in, but having maybe a low level so that the person is not in total darkness and the shadows become a problem? Is it a possibility of using aromatherapy? So there are a lot of things we could think about doing, maybe even not sleeping in a bed, sleeping in a recliner, putting music on, looking at the kind of music we're using, looking at either nature sounds or what is called, there are different kinds of noise backgrounds you can try. You could try running water, you could try many things. The challenges with many dementias, you may have to have a set of things to try. And it may not work all the time. Many dementias, like Lewy bodies, cycle a little bit. So every 6 months, 6 weeks, or so, I wish it were 6 months, 6 weeks, we may see a reduction, and then we may see things popping back up. So you're not getting enough sleep. That is a challenge. Perhaps it's time to build the team out a little broader. And yes, I know this can be difficult and challenging and not easy, but look at the hours that you do need to get some rest so that you can be the best person you can be and you reduce your own risk for health problems. Because solving one problem by creating another doesn't necessarily get us where we want to go. If you want to talk more, you need more information, we have done other pieces on sleep, but the problem keeps popping back up. So I'm pretty sure that it continues to be issues for many, many people. Some medical providers will turn to Seroquel at low doses. Others will use a sleep aid. What we don't necessarily want to be thinking so much about, especially with things like Lewy body, are using some of the ones that you might hear of advertised, because they do have the potential to increase the psychoactive kind of pieces of that. And we may have people up and moving and not realize what they're doing. So there are meds to consider with your doctor, but if they aren't familiar with Lewy body dementia, it might be well worth getting up with somebody who is. Go check out the Lewy Body Association website and look into getting more support. All right, everybody. Somebody's up at night. I guess it's me. Oh, yeah, time zone changes, time changes. Those kind of things can really bother some people and not others. It could be that you still haven't quite adapted to that daylight savings time going away, or maybe your partner hasn't. So keep working on it. And if we can be of any assistance, you want to check in with us, we do free consults. So till next time, take care of yourself, take care with your care, and take care of your sleep. Talk to you soon.